Hello, Grandma DC here. I hope the wind is not bothering my camera sound too much. I just got out of my third chemo. I have to say, this one, I'm not as totally drained right now as I have been on the last ones. I'm sitting outside, you can see, waiting for my daughter to come pick me up. They wheeled me out this time. I think that helped with the exhaustion. You know, usually by the time I get outside, I'm just out of breath and everything, but I did ask for transportation and they wheeled me outside, so I think that's been better. But I'm not feeling as fishbowl-y, you know, kind of weird, as I usually do at the end of it. So this one a little faster. They said they would get a little faster. And since I'm not having as bad a hot flash as I usually have at the end of the chemo, I'm hoping that I won't have as much pain this time. Although they said the Xgeva might cause that. My blood counts, they said the white counts were coming back up, so I didn't need the Neulasta. Although everyone kept saying, "Aren't you on Neulasta?" No, I'm not. And then they said, well, your white counts came back up, so we won't need to put you on that. On the other end of the spectrum, and like I said, I hope that my sound is okay. I don't have to redo this. They said that I'm inoperable, that they are not planning on doing a lumpectomy or a mastectomy on me. It's just not worth it. So that was the bad news for the day, guys. I did talk with one of the women, and she said, honestly, 3 to 5 years. And I said, that's what the internet says. So that's where we're at, guys. One day at a time. Try not to waste the few days I have left, right? All right, well, Mom said they're taking care of the animals for me, and I will, if anything interesting happens, I will try to vlog, and we'll talk a little more about how do you handle a terminal illness. I don't know. I'm waiting for my daughter to come pick me up, and we'll talk more maybe about that later. Dudley playing with Coleman, his new puppy. He says, I'm trying to get on top of the big dog's head. There's Hazel in her new haircut in solidarity with Grandma. She likes it. She says it's easy to take care of. She didn't like taking care of her hair. Oh, are they already worn out? Hello, Grandma DC here. And it's been about 3.5 days since my third chemo treatment. And despite the nurse having said that the chemo treatments would get easier and easier as time went by, I have to say this one is really kicking me in the behind, as well as the last one. What's going on? Bone aches, pain down my hips, my legs, into my feet, some in my ribs, although Scud jumped in the middle of my ribs in the middle of the night like a dive bomber. Wow, landed on me, and that has started the ribs hurting. So I don't know if I broke another one or what. And and it's just wearing. 3 days of, it's not a horrible pain, but it's like, it just wears on you. And I'm just feeling so tired. And that's depressing. And it's kind of like I just, you know, you just want to give up. It's like, why am I doing this? You know, that question keeps popping up in my mind. It's like, if it's not going to cure me, if there's no hope of a cure or to live any longer than 3 to 5 years, why am I doing this? I mean, these are the thoughts that are just running through my head, and so I'd be honest with you all, and that is just the honest truth. I know a lot of people keep, you know, bright look on their face, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna beat this, I'm gonna be that 0.7% or whatever, you know, but yeah, I'm more of a realist. I am. And the only hair that's growing on my head right now are the white ones. And if you look really close in the sunshine, I just look like I've got a really bright idea. And I wished I could get them shaved off. They're bothering me. It's so patchy and horrible looking. But, so I just wanted to, I don't feel like talking. I don't feel like, I took a bath today. I mean, I showered. I let the chickens out. I'm forcing myself to walk. I'm forcing myself to, eat. I'm not nauseated. Thank heavens. I was the first day or so, a little bit, but not bad. And I attribute that to the CBD oil and using those products. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick how the third one is hitting me. Then I'm going to have to leave in a few days on the 9th, and I have to have 5 days of radiation in a row. The radiation is only palliative. It is just to knock the size of the tumor down in my neck so that I can turn my head again without having so much pain. And again, maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know, but they assured me that the risks were very minimal and that it would up the quality of my life by leaps and bounds. And I was like, anything to up any quality at this point. You just grab for straws, And so I'm going to cut it off here. I want to thank everybody. I don't know what I would have done without my YouTube family. The donations have helped pay all these co-pays, which I'm still working on because they don't have anybody that is accepting payments at the hospital because of COVID. You have to call in, and I sent some in, and then it got all messed up, and I can't get a hold of anybody. And I think I've got chemo brain going also, where I tried to watch a cooking show, and it just made no sense to me. Mother was here with me, and she kept saying, what did they add that made it creamy? And I'm like, I have no idea. I'm watching it with you, and nothing is sticking. Nothing. Worse than usual. So, yeah, the chemo brain is starting. I can't really follow a intricate story plot like I used to love to watch, like, murder mysteries, NCIS, things like that. I can't follow it. So I'm mostly just trying to watch cartoony things. Stuff I don't have to think about. And they said, well, once you stop chemo, that'll get better. I hope. I hope. And the chickens are all okay. The animals are all okay. They survived me being gone for 3 days, which was a shock. Scuddy was here when I got home, although I think he'd been out running. They had to pull stickers out of him, so he'd gotten out of the fence and was looking for me, and that worries me since I'm going to be gone. And so I'm trying to get somebody to come stay at the house with them. And it's not easy to find during times of COVID, to find somebody who has enough time to come and live at your house, but we're working on it. So I hope you're doing better where you're doing. I hope you have some good news wherever you are. I hope you're staying safe. I just wanted to check in and thank everybody so much for all the kind words and the cards and donations. I'm still here. I'm still fighting through this chemo, and I don't know why. I'm just doing it by rote. That's what they said to do. This is the scientific method to treat it, and that's the state of affairs right now. I'll talk to you later, guys.